So, you heard of Prosper, Texas? Well, in today's video, I'm gonna show you everything that this little town has to offer, where it is right now, and the future of Prosper, Texas. All right, here we go. Hey everybody, if this is your first time to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, tap that bell for notifications so you can be the first one to find out about all the current market conditions up here in Dallas, or North Dallas, like right here in Prosper, Texas. My name is AJ Taylor. Listen, I went through exactly what most of you are about to go through, moving out of state to Dallas, Texas. But let me tell you, it was the best thing that I ever did for myself and my family. My experience up here in Dallas, Texas has been so amazing so far that I made it my personal mission to help people just like you make it as easy as possible to move to Dallas, Texas. So whether you're moving in 1 week or 1 year, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I will make it as easy as possible to move up here to Dallas, Texas. All right, y'all, we are up here in Prosper today, all right? The little town of Prosper that you probably heard about because it's blowing up. So, right here, we're at the gates of Prosper, which is kind of the main development of shops and everything up here. So as you can see behind me, we got TJ Maxx, Ross, Panera Bread. Over behind me here is a restaurant called First Watch, Smash Burger, Chick-fil-A. Behind me here is Dick's Sporting Goods, Walmart. Across the street is your Home Goods, Michael's, and they are building the Target right now. So it's everything you need, right? It's everything that you need for shopping, wining, dining, and there is more to come. So right now, Prosper has a population of about 34,000 people. Now, this town has grown almost 20,000 in the last 10 years. That's an amazing amount of people that have moved up here to this little town. Now, a lot of that happened in the last 2 years during COVID, when people were locked in their homes, you know, in a lot of other states that had a lot of these lockdown protocols, and said, well, where can we go? You know, where's a great suburban place that we can go that's safe, that's great for our families? Started researching, found Prosper, Texas. So, really great place for your family. Very, very family-oriented place. Over 90% of people that live here in Prosper own their home. Well, what does that mean for the town? It just means that there's a lot of pride and home ownership that goes into this town. Everywhere I drive around, there's a P on everyone's car, right? That's for Prosper. So there's a lot of pride in this town, people taking pride in their home, in the city, in the town that they live in. So Prosper is not necessarily a cheap place to live. According to the town of Prosper, the median home value is $762,000, and the median household income is $153,000. That's not cheap either, right? So there's some money up here. There's also a lot of people that have lived up here for many years and have taken that equity out of their home, sold their home, and I don't find that when I'm selling homes up here or you know, helping people buy new homes, that they're usually staying in Prosper. You know, most people, once they're in Prosper, they're not leaving Prosper. They're upgrading their home, moving to a bigger home with their family or a new subdivision that has something else to offer. So that's always a good sign for a town when people aren't leaving the town, they're just upgrading within the town. So Prosper is located about 35 miles north of the city of Dallas, just above Frisco, just below Salina. So it's in a pretty convenient space. It overlaps the Dallas North Tollway, which is a main artery that runs you all the way into the city of Dallas. So it's very close and easy to access different freeways and to get to a lot of places. It's right next to Lake Lewisville, which is a really, really fun lake. It's only about 15-20 minutes to get down to one of the docks there. Jump on a boat, there's boat rentals, there's beaches around there to hang out on, great fishing. So a lot of good recreation to do on Lake Lewisville, which is the closest lake. But there is about 5 lakes that surround Prosper, all within about 30 minutes. So a lot of options there. Another reason why people are moving up here to Prosper is the safety. So it is a very, very safe town. Crime is almost non-existent up here. I mean, there's some petty theft stuff, people checking door handle or trying to break into a car or something like that. But as far as major crime goes, it is very, very, very low. And a huge part of that is our amazing police department up here in Prosper. So there is an amazing force, an amazing captain. These people are able to do their job. And I think the biggest component is the tie between the community and the police department. So, I mean, look, I live up here and I know the police department, I know half of them at least by their first name. So they come to a lot of the activities, the kids can climb through the cars. It's a strong, strong bond between the police department and the community, which I think really makes for a great community, and it makes it safer because we respect the cops up here. All right, another huge reason why people are moving up here to Prosper is the schools. So niche.com rates the schools at A+. The town itself is rated at an A. Prosper ISD, which is Independent School District, is really trying hard to keep a 14-to-1 student to teacher ratio. So 14 kids for 1 student. That is really good. Now, they are over that right now because of this big boom of everyone moving up here to Prosper. So to combat that, Prosper is building a ton of schools very fast. We've got an elementary school every year, a junior high school every 2 years, and a high school every 3 years. So that's gonna really help offset the student to teacher ratio. Prosper School District is rated number 5 out of 1,000 schools for place for athletics and people to play sports and come and play sports. They are rated number 11 out of over 1,000 schools in the Dallas area for their scholastics, their teachers, and diversity. So right across the street from me, if y'all can see back there, that ramp, so that's the 380. That runs from east to west, takes you from Denton to McKinney. So they're working on that. That is gonna be 6 lanes and going up and over, which is a great idea, up and over these major cross streets. So if you're on it, you stay on it and you keep going, you don't exit and get off. So right beyond that is the new PGA headquarters of America. This is a massive, massive thing. Now technically, that's in the city of Frisco, but the 380 divides Frisco and Prosper. So the reason why I mention it is because it's gonna bring an abundance of activities and infrastructure and income to our economy up here in Prosper. So attached to that PGA is the new Omni Resort and Hotel. This is gonna be amazing. It's gonna be 12 high-end dining restaurants, which is kind of the one thing that Prosper's missing right now. We have all the chains, we have the one-off kind of you know, Mexican place or something like that, but we need some high-end dining. It's coming, it's gonna be inside of the Omni. Another great big development is called the Fields. Now I'm gonna have a whole nother video on the Fields. That's in Frisco. But once again, it's just right across the street. And it's gonna be one of the biggest builds as far as shopping, wining, and dining, and living in all of Dallas. Okay, look, I'm gonna take you guys around, show you around the town, show you a couple cool things about it, and we'll keep talking about all the things that Prosper has to offer. Let's go. Okay, so just walking around in the little town of Prosper. Now, listen, Prosper, this is like the old school little town square. There's not much to talk about in the actual downtown area of Prosper. Now, there's where the gates of Prosper. There's some other things that are happening, but as far as the town goes, there's not a lot. However, it is really, really cute little downtown. So it's Christmas time. So Christmas festival just happened where over at the town hall, there's a bunch of booths that are set up. They set up a stage. All the local schools and dance companies and everything come and they do a big performance. So it's a very cool thing just to be part of this town. See all these kind of hometown type of things happening. And then after, we do a big Christmas tree lighting. And then after that, there's an amazing fireworks show, like, I mean, top-notch display where they spend a lot of money on fireworks. So out here in the town, over here, you got Inappropriate Trucker Hat Store. Super fun. You go in there and you can make your own hats. You got an art school. You have a music school over here. There's a little church over here. And then on the corner is a place for indoor plants. It's a very cool little boutique store for indoor plants. Right behind me here is the Gin. So this is kind of the main restaurant here in Prosper. Now, luckily, it's really good. They got live music. They got a whole patio outside, heaters in the winter, big fans and misters in the summer. Great bar, really good food, family-oriented place. Down here behind me are the silos that are kind of a staple of Prosper. When you kind of look at Prosper, everyone kind of knows that they have these big silos that are right in front of this train track right there. Now the silos aren't in use anymore, but they're gonna repurpose them. Now I'm gonna throw some stuff up with the plans of Prosper and what it is coming. And they have big plans for this town. And the silos are gonna be part of some of the plans where they're gonna build around those silos, restaurants and stuff like that. So right here is a new wine bar, which they're building right now. It looks pretty cool, check it out. So Prosper Wine House, big fire pit, rooftop deck. That's gonna be really cool. Can't wait for that to open. So all these things are coming in, and you know, the development is just building. They're putting a brand new coffee shop right here. So, you know, as all these people moved in and the money kept growing and the economy kept growing, well, now there's demand for it. So people are gonna go ahead and take the risk and take the challenge of opening up all these boutique places, which is gonna be fantastic. All right, let's check out some more stuff. Okay, so right behind me is the town hall and the library. Now the kids come on field trips here to the library, so very cool. One other thing I want to mention is Frontier Park. So Frontier Park is where all the football games are played. That's the main stadium for Prosper. It's where all the soccer fields, lacrosse fields, the baseball fields, a huge park. So Frontier Park is just a phenomenal facility. It's also where the natatorium is, where an Olympic swimming pool there with diving boards and everything. And it's not just facilities for the school to use. So there's a lot of private camps there, private clubs, private swim teams through Prosper, some of them through the school, not through the school. So very cool place for all that stuff. Now listen, behind me, it's really cool, right? So there's like this little tiny house and this big field behind me. This guy's lived here for a number of years. He's not selling his property. He wants to live there. He works that land. He's got some cornfields there. So just a quick little fact is that Prosper was named Prosper because of a very prosperous year of corn and cotton they had one year, and they named the town Prosper. So kind of a cool little fun fact. But I mentioned that because I think it's really cool that you can live in $1 million home here in Prosper and then drive 10 minutes north and all of a sudden you're in nothing but fields and big mansions on 20-30 acres with cows and horses. So you can get in the country really fast in Prosper. You can also go to the Ritz-Carlton, which is being built just down the street. So it's really the best of both worlds. Your small town feel with your big box amenities, and that is the perfect blend for a lot of people. One other thing I want to mention is the type of living up here is two types of living, right? You got your country living where you're going to have, you know, your ranch with 10 acres and your cows and all that stuff. And then you're going to have your master planned community. So most new development up here in Prosper is a master planned community. Master planned community is where they have all of the tennis courts, pools, parks. A lot of them have schools on site. Windsong Ranch, for instance, has 2 elementary schools on site. They're building a junior high school on site, and eventually they're gonna have a high school on site. Star Trails, they have an elementary school on site. There's a ton of these master plan communities within Prosper. They are true golf cart communities, so most people just drive their golf carts around. There's not really a golf course that it ties into, but it's just a cool way to get around. It's just a cool mode of transportation. Beautiful pools, walking trails at a lot of these communities. So that's the type of new stuff that you're gonna find. There's not a lot of old homes for sale here in Prosper. Now there is like a little division that's actually right behind me is kind of the Old Town Prosper, where some of the homes are cheaper, but they're smaller. You know, they're the smaller homes, a little older. Most of the stuff up here is gonna be like 2015 and above, which is when this place really started developing. So you're gonna find a lot of new homes up here, a lot of new build opportunities. All right, guys, well, that wraps up the Prosper video. I got a bunch of other videos of different price points within Prosper, so don't forget to check those out. And until next time, don't forget, if you're moving in 1 week or 1 year, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you soon. All right.